Hi guys, Fred Kitchen with Henson and Kitchen Mortuary and the 411, and this is episode number 8. Want to say thank you to all who have been sharing your positive comments and sharing these videos on your Facebook pages and with your friends, and also for those who are sending us questions and topics for future episodes that we will be talking about. I want to say thank you for that. So thank you very much. That's very important to us to hear from you. So and that this information is in fact helpful. Today we're going to take one of those questions that has been posed to us regarding cremation in the state of West Virginia, okay? And we're going to talk about the process that's involved with cremation. And this, when we're talking about the process, we're talking about the legal process. What is involved with regarding paperwork and documentation? What all is needed to be able to move through that process? So we're going to answer those questions for you right now. The first thing that we would need is a completed death certificate. When you pass away at like hospice or a hospital, a place like that, then they would provide us with a death certificate. And then we would, in fact, sit down with you, complete the information on that certificate with the information you provide us, and then we would have that to be certified by your attending physician or a state medical examiner would complete that. Death certificate would look something like this. This is an actual West Virginia death certificate, and it would be completed, and then that is the very first document in which we would need to move forward with cremation, okay? So then the other document we would need would be the authorization from the legal next of kin, which would be if there's no living spouse, if there's a husband and wife, then the wife, it may be living, she would sign the cremation authorization or vice versa. But if there's no living spouse, then it would go to the children. The children would then sign cremation authorizations. We really would like to have all cooperation from the children to where if there's 4 children, all 4 children would sign. So it's very important that we have everyone in agreement with this process. So that would be the next thing. That cremation document, the authorization form that the individuals would sign looks something like this. And this would be a document that would be filled out, and we would then, we're kind of building on something here, so we would need that document also. And then the other thing, we would need to make sure that the family would actually do an identification viewing of the deceased to make sure, in fact, that is, in fact, your loved one. Something I'll mention is we're going to talk a little bit later about the chain of custody of a cremation from start to finish. But when that person passes away in a hospital, when they enter into our care here at the funeral home, we place an identification number with that person at that time, and that's what we start the identification process with also. So that's kind of part of this also. The other document that we would need is once we get these documents, we get the death certificate completed from the doctor, and we get the cremation authorizations taken care of from the family members, then we would submit that to the state medical examiner's office. The state medical examiner would review those documents and then provide us with a certification for cremation document. And with those documents, with the authorizations in which the family has agreed that they'll move forward with the cremation, and with the death certificate signed by the physician and the funeral director, as well as the certification for cremation from the medical examiner, we can then move forward legally with cremation in the state of West Virginia. So those are the things that's going to be needed to be able to do that, to at least move forward. So that's something that we facilitate all of that for you. So we would sit down and we would gather that information, take the death certificate to the doctor to make sure that they do in fact sign that for you. Now, what I want to do, I want to kind of wrap this up right here with, this is just the process, okay? Because this was a question that was asked about the process. What is involved? What I want to do on the next episode, episode number 9, so be looking for that, I want to talk about the chain of custody that we go through here at Henson and Kitchen Mortuary with regard to knowing, in fact, that that is your loved one, that it has been cremated, and how that works from start to finish, from the time that we transfer you into our care to the time that we are providing a urn back to the family with the cremated remains of your loved one, how that actually works. So we'll do that in the next episode, but I want to wrap this one up right here. Hopefully this process has been a little helpful as far as how the process works. If you've got further questions, feel free to reach out to us at hensoncares@hensonmortuary.com. Reach out to us on Facebook, other avenues that we have available to us. Love to hear from you. And until next time, you take care.